keep calm and follow on. An episode where we get to see the return of Discord and her relationship with Fluttershy. Okay, I'm just gonna point this out right now. I really do not like Discord as a friend in this show. I know that he is kind of messed up in the head, but on the other hand, I really like him as a villain in the second season premiere of this show. Anyway, the main six, they use the elements of army to free Discord, and the reason what that is because Princess Celestia has a you-know-what on Discord. All I can say is you-know-what, and Discord just completely causes chaos. And the only point to take care of him is Fluttershy by doing the stale. Pretty funny. Anyway, Fluttershy takes care of Discord at her house, and during that time, it becomes a pain with not only Fluttershy but the animals as well. I know that Fluttershy is supposed to be kind, but seriously, you could have put your hoof down just a little for Discord. Oh my god. Anyway, I really feel bad for Fluttershy in this episode, even of what she has to do. This episode is supposed to be a Fluttershy episode, but what she's going through is just sad. Especially if the other ponies refuse to help since Fluttershy has to do this alone since she's the only one that can take care of animals better than the other ponies. They tried to find some spells to figure this out, but they couldn't find anything. As for Fluttershy, I really feel her pain. I really do. This episode is just uncomfortable to sit through for me. This is another reason why I do not like this Discord, because for one, he doesn't learn from his mistakes and he thinks he can manipulate Fluttershy a lot. Seriously, does Fluttershy even learn her lesson after putting her hoof down? I mean, don't go overboard, but seriously, be a pony and be serious sometimes. Anyway, they have dinner and they were planning to stop him for doing a bit of chaos, but Fluttershy defends him. Yep. And this relationship is really starting to go strong for them. And I do not like it at all. Anyway, they leave because they still do not trust Discord at all. And then beavers are blocking the dam that was shown earlier this episode. And now a huge flood is completely flooding Ponyville. So Fluttershy really needs Discord's help. And he kind of helped, however, he did the opposite of that by making water into ice, which really didn't work at all. And here comes the most infamous thing I can find in this episode. Is the serious talk. You see, Fluttershy has to give away her element to Discord in order to save Ponyville. However, that didn't work, so they have this serious talk about getting along, and this is pretty much one of the only good things I could find in this episode, since Discord kind of saves the day at the end, and Fluttershy actually befriended him. Okay, I know I'm not giving this episode any credit because of Discord. Well, Discord is just out of his mind most of the time. I mean, I know that he's starting to become part of the friendship thing, but it just doesn't work for me since most of this episode is kind of predictable of what Discord is going to do. Especially that Fluttershy is completely defenseless about this. Anyway, they completely saved the flood from Ponyville. They saved Ponyville from the flood. And then they meet Celestia. Yes, I know Celestia and Discord are with each other in the past, but that's basically all I can find interesting about him in this episode. And the episode ends with Discord and Fluttershy being friends, which means that Fluttershy got his element of harmony back. And here are my opinions on this episode. It's not one of my favorites from the show. Throughout this entire episode, Fluttershy needs to take care of it from herself, because she can't have anyone else to help him because Discord might do something bad. And in my opinion, I can understand where Fluttershy is coming from, but I still feel her pain. Especially that she's just so kind to be taken seriously. Now, like I said, in putting her hoof down, she kind of went way too far. But at least, at the end of the episode, she finally encouraged her animals to do something for her. But other than that, this episode, she really doesn't do anything of that. And the relationship between her and Discord kind of worked at the end of the episode, but throughout this episode, it's just basically Discord doing whatever he wants, and I actually kind of feel bad for the animals, especially Angel. Anyway, I can understand that people may like this episode because of the relationship, but I really do not. It's not entertaining, I just found it predictable and boring, and it's really nothing good to see in this episode except the fact that Celestia and Discord are obviously, and the relationship at the end between Fluttershy and Discord. This episode gets a .5 out of 10. It's an episode that I do not like, and trust me, another episode involves these two characters, it's gonna be way worse. And I do not like that episode. It's worse than this episode. And I'm gonna get to that soon.